started 4 years ago, actually 5 years ago when I was at a former company. And basically that was done because we had closed-end funds that came to us saying that they wanted to reach out to investors. And one of the things, we went to other conferences in the past and we found that not everybody there was really interested in closed-end funds. It would be a big conference organization and it was just too big and too broad for them. So through trial and error through the years, we found that there was no one specific place that we could bring them for closed-end funds. So we felt if you build it, they will come. So we created the conference, which has gotten bigger and better every year. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on that it makes us different from some of the other companies is we don't just fill the room with people just for the sake of doing that. We are very strict on who we allow in. We qualify everybody. The attendees are specific investors, brokers, and analysts, and media. We don't have various breakout rooms because we don't feel that people should have to come and pick and choose which room to go into for the sake of somebody else. So we keep everything in one room so that everybody, the presenters and the sponsors, all have that attention.
In terms of the Pristine Advisors Conference, how do you think that could benefit not only advisors or investors as well as advisors?
Well, I think this is a wonderful event. This is our second year attending and speaking at this event. I think it's a terrific education because it covers the full breadth from traditional closed-end funds to in all their different varieties to business development companies, industry strategies, country strategies, credit strategies, equity strategies. I think education is the main benefit.
Yeah, it's a good question. This is my first time presenting at this conference. I was really impressed with not only the attendance, but the quality of the questions that came from the people in the room. It was a really well-attended conference. I really like that they branched out. Traditionally, when people think about closed-end funds, they don't really think about BDCs, but technically BDCs are a closed-end fund, and they're an important and growing part of the market. So I'm really grateful to Pristine for putting this together and inviting the BDCs to have a panel. I think it opens up to universe investors a new idea that many hadn't considered, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to go out and tell our story.
Well, it's a very important event because companies like the Mexican Fund can present its vision of the companies in which we invest, and people can know more about us and maybe invest in the fund.
Well, I think the biggest thing right now is the closed-end fund sector, particularly in MLPs, have seen a lot of our stocks trade at under NAV. So I'm excited to get up in front of a panel, in front of a large audience, and try to demonstrate that there's significant investment opportunity in closed-end funds.
I think gaining a good understanding of what the closed-end fund structure offers investors in terms of a stable asset base and the ability to use leverage, I think that this conference is getting that point across to a lot of the people in attendance.
Yeah, I think it's a great venue to give advisors, which I believe is the bulk of who's here, opportunity to hear about different ideas that are developing, newer ideas that are coming in the space, and how they can make allocations on behalf of their clients in the most efficient and cost-effective way.
Yeah, so I've been a big fan of this conference ever since it formed. I guess 4 years ago now. I wasn't able to be here last year because I was in transition to my current role at Nuveen Investments, and so I was taking that hiatus there in between jobs. So I missed it last year. So it's good to be back, and I think it's interesting because you get portfolio managers up here. It's focused on closed-end funds. We have some business development companies here this year, but that's still very closed-end management company, and I think we tend to get very good questions from the audience. And I think it's also a place now that it's in its fourth year that it's obviously grown pretty remarkably over the last 4 years. And I just get the sense that at this conference, people feel they're bolder asking questions from the floor. And as a result, on the panels, we tend to leave more time to answer those questions.
I think it's a terrific venue for folks to learn about the type of different solutions that are out there.
There's not a huge amount of coverage of an awful lot of the funds within the investing community. Therefore, I think conferences like this serve to raise the profile of the industry itself and of various asset managers who participate in the closed-end fund industry.
Right.
So, all these things serve, the investing public needs to be reminded of the, of the great benefits of closed-end funds, and I think conferences like this serve to do that.
First, I'm so proud to be here. I'm really proud to be part of this event. I'm looking forward to a great conversation, and hopefully I'll get to listen to some of the other sessions. Information is key in this marketplace. The more information you have, the better off you can the better you can value your risk, and the better you can value your risk, the better your returns.
I think this is my third or fourth year at this conference. It's a great conference. But one of the things that I tell people is the closed-end fund world really is a little bit different than other places. And it is so nice to be here with people who are so much camaraderie. And even up from the individual investor to another investment advisor, we talk. We share ideas. It's not this proprietary kind of, well, this is what I do, don't talk to me. I have great conversations with people who do exactly what I do, who should be my competition. If an individual who's just starting out or is not an investment advisor but just an investor comes up and asks a question, we'll spend 15, 20 minutes just talking to them about it. It's a really nice atmosphere.
Well, they do a couple things well here. They really bring a blended discussion, both from the actual fund managers who are on the ground buying bonds or stocks inside their closed-end fund portfolio's. They've done a phenomenal job just bringing the analyst community together at the major wirehouses, so they do a panel just for them. They have an advisor panel, which just gives that we're on later. It's this perspective of people who focus on the sector. So if you're looking for a place to learn about the structure, learn about opportunities inside the structure, and to really have a chance to see everyone in the community on a regular basis. And the last thing I'll say is the conference, while it's not as much fun, is webcast. Live and archive webcast. So if you couldn't be here, if you're in Europe traveling for fun or whatnot, you can catch every important detail now or in the future in a way that you can at other opportunities.